nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me licking. Be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot. Feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way.
It's week 10 of the National Football League, and we've got CeeDee Lamb. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Vikings coming up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now back to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One touchdown. Brandon Cooks with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. It's now 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
No escape for Rock, and he'll go down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. To throw it is Lock. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Taking on the midfield logo. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll drop to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. 2nd and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
They run again with Hunt. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Daniels. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll take this inside the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out comes C.D. Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. complete. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down.
Looking to throw. Daniels looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. 21-0 our score after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
It's caught left side by Cooks. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. They got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The offense on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Escapes the sack, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Brandon Cooks of the Cowboys offense back out there.
We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys just continue to roll.
Lutz good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Vikings, nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota.
And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. To throw on 2nd down. Daniels, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by, and this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
That's with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys have widened the gap now to 50 points.
Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. They go play action here on 1st down.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb
on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cowboys are pouring it on.
Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vikings head out to take over once again.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. To throw on second down. Daniels, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. First and goal at the 3-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big win there defensively on second and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up third. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure, being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the round is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. There again is Cooks, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Brandon Cooks, 32 yards. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way?
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 61 yards. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Vikings now heading onto the field.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Daniels.
And this one too low.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
A monster game so far. Third quarter, he is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, 60 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A give right side now to Hunt. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
On first down, Locke.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that.
Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On second down, here's Locke. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing now is Locke. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And they will take over first and 10. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
55 yards.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
And that's complete downfield to Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Brandon Cooks, 32 yards.
And the Cowboys are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on.
Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
KJ Osborne, the one he was looking for.
And it's 2nd down. Here's Locke to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb, 59 yards. And the Cowboys are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here
Here's Locke. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taken right around the 44. So a change of possession here on the punt.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I bet the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he fields it cleanly. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers while